If you have a trust concern, that is a reason why you should be asking for a site, not just a letter of credit, a site letter of credit. You want payment to be made on time because there is no relationship. In fact, good day, my name is Dele Ayimigbo and I'm your expert doctor. You're welcome to another edition of Sharing Trade Information on DBA TV. In the video of today, I'll be talking to you about when you should use site letter of credit. There are different kinds of letter of credit. There is confirm, unconfirmed, site, tenured or usance, green clause, red clause, revocable, back-to-back, transferable. Different kind of letter of credit. So the question I'm answering today is, when should you consider using site letter of credit? Either particularly as an exporter. In some cases, you're better off doing tenor letter of credit. But sometimes you might need to consider site letter of credit. What's a site letter of credit, first of all? A letter of credit that is site is a letter of credit that involves that payment should be made within 5 banking days, not business day, not calendar days, 5 banking days following the day of presentation of document. So in letter of credit, for example, remember the definition is an undertaking of the importer's bank given to the exporter, which give assurance of payment when shipment is made and documents are presented that conform to the terms and conditions of letter of credit. It's an undertaking of the buyer's bank given to the seller, which give assurance of payment when shipment is made and documents are presented that conform to the term of letter of credit. That's the letter of credit, right? Now, when that document is presented and payment is to be made within a site, the letter of credit will put site. If you check it very well, you will see the word site. That means the payment should be made within 5 banking days. What is a banking day? That is the day that the unit that open letter of credit transaction, that issue letter of credit in the issuing bank or the nominated bank or the confirming bank are open for business. That's to tell you that not all countries have 5 banking days. Some have 3 banking days. That is the day that unit open. The bank might be open for 5-6 days, but the unit does not open every day. In some countries, so there was a time in Nigeria, for example, a bank were opening for 6 days. They open on Saturday. At that time, the unit in the head office does not open on Saturday. They open only Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So banking days is Friday. It's 5 days, because that's the day that the unit that open letter of credit the unit that issue letter of credit is open. Now, remember the question again. When should you use a site letter of credit? As an exporter, whenever you need an urgent payment, a quick, immediate need for fund, you don't want payment to be delayed. Why? Because you need the buyer to pay immediately. So immediately you ship and send document while the goods are still in transit. While the goods are still in transit. While the goods are still in transit, payment will be made, meaning the buyer will have find a way to check that you have shipped and the quality of the goods are okay, and he has evidence to that effect and document to show that indeed you have shipped on time, you have shipped the right goods, and it doesn't have concern. Sometimes when you have trust concern, situation where buyer and seller have not established good relationship, so you are not willing to wait for him to pay at a later date, even though he's giving you a letter of credit. If you have a trust concern, that is a reason why you should be asking for a site, not just a letter of credit, a site letter of credit. You want payment to be made on time because there is no relationship. In fact, you are concerned about the credit worthiness of the buyer and probably even his bank. So you want the payment to be made on time. So if, number 1, you are dealing with the person for the first time, trust concern. Number 2, there's urgent need for cash. Number 3, short-term transaction. When you are doing short-term transaction, for transaction that involves short-term delivery or short period of performance, short period of performance. It's a very short transaction cycle. I'm able to ship to you in 1 week. I also want the payment to be made on time. In some transactions, it's customary that side payment will be made. And in some cases, this is just a one-off transaction. I don't expect any additional order from this company. It's important to consider the specific need and preferences of both buyers and sellers. I will strongly recommend you should do a side transaction for a first-time transaction. By the time you begin to build relationship, then and particularly when you don't have funds to be able to continue business. In fact, the reason why some supplier want to do side, they want to do several shipments in a year. Instead of them advancing funds, they rather want to pay on time so you can do the next shipment on time. So different circumstances will warrant whether the transaction will be side or it's going to be tenured. And there are cases, I'm going to do another video where I'll be talking about when you should allow a tenured or usance LC transaction. I'll also talk about that in another video. Has this video been of help to you? Have you learned one or two things in this video? Share with your friends. Give it a thumbs up. You want to be in our community? Subscribe. You want to know when we upload a new video, the one on tenor? Click on notification bell. Do you have questions on letter of credit? Any question on letter of credit? Drop it in the comment section and I will definitely respond to you. Thank you very much for listening today and thank you very much for stopping by. My name remains Delayemi, but I'm your expert doctor and I'm signing out.